Hello, guys. This is your girl, Pinky, the housewife, and I'm coming to you all because I got something I need to talk about. This girls' trip, you know, where they brought all the hood rats to the villa in St. Thomas. Yeah, that one. But before I get started, let me just say everything is alleged. This is my opinion only, and this video is made for educational and entertainment purposes only. Okay? Get that on out of the way. And before we get started, I need to have everybody, can you go ahead and hit that like button? Go ahead and hit that like button before we get started to keep me in the algorithm. And if you want to keep following me, you need to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so now. If you have subscribed to Pinky the Housewife, go over to my second channel, Pink Global, and subscribe to my second channel, Pink Global, so we can get that channel monetized, guys. All right, so because I got a lot of other stuff in the works for Pink Global. All right, so get that monetized. So if you all can do those three things for me, go over and subscribe to Pink Global, subscribe to my channel, both channels, Pinky the Housewife and Pink Global, and hit the like button. If you go ahead and do those three things, I'm going to thank you right now. So let's go ahead and get on with the matter at hand. Okay? So everybody watched the episode Saturday. It was a hot mess because you had all these women that came from the sewer, from the hood rats, gator snipes, gutter snipes, gator snipes, gutter snipes, hood rats, everything. These are some rats, okay? But anyway, snakes. And even the snakes be down there with them. These are the most despicable women you would ever need to meet. I'm talking about Trish. I'm talking about Kimmy. I'm talking about Stormy. Kimmy and Latricia. Those they they needed to go somewhere and sit down. And Destiny, don't let me forget about your little stealing butt, your little fraudulent butt. Okay. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about all of them. My main concern right now is Latricia, toilet paper, whatever her name is, Latricia, whatever her name is. Let me just tell you, she's on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But girl, we don't know you. We don't know you. Who are you? Only thing we know, you're just one of Martell'S second side chick. You should have stayed yourself at home because you was not needed nor wanted. And you finally decide you want to talk now. You didn't do much talking when you was in Huntsville. The minute you get out of Huntsville, you want to talk. But let me just go from the very beginning of Trish. Okay? Trish, if anybody didn't know, she came onto the scene as a new girl, someone Stormy knows, right? The first time we ever saw her is with Stormy in Stormy's house. That's how we was introduced to her. And Stormy don't have no credibility anyway, so I don't know why she probably just like Stormy. Trash. But anyway, she came on with the worst storyline ever. I don't know who made it up for you or who wanted you to reveal your dirty past. But that's how you came on, as a filthy, dirty snake. Filthy, dirty snake that sleeps around. Now, how do you think that makes your kids feel? Your son and your daughter? How do you think that makes your your sisters feel or your family feel. Your husband, the mother of his kids, knowing that you was nothing. He knew you was a slut because you was fooling around before the marriage. But then he finds out that you sleeping with somebody else that was married too. Why you fooling around with your your boyfriend Ken? Why you was fooling around on him? That's pathetic. But you came in as a Stormy's friend, so she held Martell to come over, and you all sit in his house. But Martell, when he came over, he acted like he didn't know you, and that made you kind of upset. You got upset. You know how be side chicks get upset when a man walks in and they've been sleeping with him and stuff, and knowing the man is married and got another woman or whatever, they get upset. That's how she did. She got upset because Martell didn't acknowledge her when he walked into Stormy's house. He decided to go sit down in the chair, take himself a seat, and you got all hot and bothered, girl, all flustered and everything. You didn't expect to see one of your side dudes, because that's what he was. You was a side chick to him, and he was a side chick to your other man and your husband. Girl, you can't make this up. But anyway, and then to find out that you and your boyfriend are living together, but you got a whole husband that you've been separated from. Y'all been separated for over 5 years, but you've been dating this guy. You claim it's only 2 years, but that was a lie because let me just cough, because I even exposed that myself. Remember, I exposed that myself, although it was exposed on TV, but I did a release on it myself too with a video that you must forgot your husband made. Y'all got to excuse me. But anyway, and you did Stormy's Valentine party, but you was cringing every time your boyfriend rubbed lotion or oil or something on your body. You was cringing. He was all into it, but you was acting like he was a stranger. You don't show no chemistry with him. And y'all are living together with your kids in the house. You know, your husband actually got the house for you because that's what you wanted. And then before he can get the key or the code to the house to open the door, you gave it to your boyfriend Ken first. That you said you wasn't fooling around with. But why would the man come to your house in the middle of the night, around 12 o'clock at night? Okay, that didn't make no sense. But nevertheless, y'all are living together, but you don't want to get a divorce. You don't want to tell him you want a divorce. You don't want him to give you an engagement ring. You don't want to get engaged because you don't want to get a divorce. So why is that? But then you you refuse to tell him all the stuff that you and Martell did. You had to wait until Martell was dropping your secrets like hotcakes all over the Huntsville streets. So once he started doing that, then you start having to come clean on some stuff, but you still didn't do much talking. You could only get a man's, your boyfriend, a few words at a time. The man trying to get you to talk to him, and you never would. Okay, I know you all you came on the show as a um, workout junkie. Yeah, you all work out great. You your boyfriend got a big, strong looking body. Yeah, yeah. But you You met, you're supposed to be training Martell, but Martell don't need you to train him. He trains himself from the beginning of the show. Many, many, many episodes ago, when it first started, Martell was in the gym. So why would he need somebody to train him when he trains himself? Make that make sense. He don't need somebody like you to train him. He knows what he's be doing, unless he pretend like he forgot so he can get you back in the bed again every time, allegedly. But Martell said it. So I'm just going off what he said. But and then you decide you want to go on this girls' trip. But you only met Destiny that one really that one time, I think, or maybe twice at the party, but that one time at the gym. Yeah, at the gym, that one time. She didn't know who you was. She didn't know you either. And she didn't know you and Martell had a thing. She didn't know you've been ripping and running up in his house while he was still married. He didn't know that. I mean, she didn't know that. Nobody knew that, but we know now because this came out of your mouth, Martell's mouth, and everybody else's mouth that had one that let it out. Okay. So then you decide when Melanie passed out those gifts for you all to go on a girls' trip with her, when she was at that teeny shed that Kimmy had a tasting in, that backyard shed that she had all them curtains and sheets up on the wall, them black sheets up on the wall. Yeah, that thing. Probably didn't even take no money, not no money to put it together, because that thing, I was afraid y'all sitting in those chairs gonna break them and drop all the food all over the floor with them little cheap paper plates for a food tasting. That was the cheapest thing. Kimmy do everything cheap. She did her dollar packs of hot dogs for grown people at a barbecue. How pathetic. And then in a backyard. And that's her way of, that's called the poor man's way of throwing a barbecue and giving grown people, not one child there, but grown people eating hot dogs. Girl, I would have been, ooh, I couldn't have been there. And then she decided to throw a tasting in a shed and have y'all all up on top of each other and sitting there all over each other, and elbows and legs and feet all over each other. Girl, I never seen nothing like that. But she's, well, I ain't gonna say nothing. Y'all know who she's married to. The roll over and suffer through man. But anyway, the man that fools around, go get drunk, and after he leaves his other woman's house. Yeah, him. But anyway, let's get back to the matter at hand. You decide you're going to show up on this trip. And when you shows up on this trip, you act like you are so disgusted that Sonny shows up. But girl, everybody knows Sonny because Sonny was a producer on the show. They don't know you. We don't know you like that. We don't know who you are. We still don't know you besides you being a side chick. You just another side chick just came along. That's all we know about you. You got a husband, you living with a boyfriend, and you fools around with Martell. And you love to work out at the gym, and you don't talk much. You don't talk. And you look like your daddy. That's what we know about you. You look like your daddy. You're a side chick to Martell. You love the gym. And what else? You're married. You got a boyfriend, and you're a side chick too. So Martell's second side chick. So those are, if you look at any of those things, not one of those things is something proud to have as, oh, I'm a side chick. Oh, I'm married, but also I have a boyfriend. Oh, I've been sleeping with Martell too, been to his house several times. Name any of that that's positive. no more than going to the gym. Now, that may be positive, but everything else is a negative. So you already got everything bad, and then you look like your daddy. And then I don't know who fixed that hair on top of your forehead. So not none of that is something to be proud of. You know that? Not one, not none of that is anything to be proud of. But you get on this girl trip and then you start acting up. When I say you start acting up, here you go acting a complete fool. First you act up at the airport like you was all this and a bunch of chips because you saw Sonny. Because the other girls, um, the other snakes, the rest of the snakes that came on the trip at the airport, they refused to speak to Sonny when she came to the airport. To, well, when she was getting her luggage, just like you all, you acted a fool too. And how you gonna be acting a fool? The woman don't know you. She don't know you from a Jacobine. We all don't know you. Nobody knows you. Mel don't even know you, girl. We didn't even know you exist. But you're gonna pop up on the show and get more camera time than anybody because you was handpicked because you got a messy life. That's why. But then you get on this girl trip, and let me just say, you get on this girl trip and act a complete fool. When y'all get to the house, Mel greets you and give you a hug like she do all those other snakes because that's how she is. She's good like that because she lives a life of peace and love, unlike yours, chaos and anger. Okay? So, but anyway, the rest of y'all snakes live that life, chaos and anger and oh, cheating husbands. Well, your husband don't cheat, but you cheating with Martell, he cheats, and you're cheating on your boyfriend and your husband. So you got two of oh girl, you're a sad piece of side chick. Okay, I know side coleslaw was 15% before she came down to zero. I wonder what you was. Well, you maybe well, I was he probably gave you about 20% because he gave her 15. You was probably 20%. But he got rid of you quick. Because I guess looking at that face in the bed, he just wanted just to hit it from the back and not even look at that face. I don't know. But anyway, uh, let's see about you when you got on this trip. When you got to the house, like I said, Melanie gave you a hug like she did the rest of the snakes. And Shanita Foster did a toast for all of y'all snakes. And then you all, after she told you all where the rooms were, that you can go get to your room, find your room. All rooms got your names on it, on the bed. You go and find your name, like the rest of the snakes did. And when you go find your name tag, you get all upset. You really get all upset. So I really want to show that, how upset you got. Oh, you looking all upset right here. But no, you got all upset. Here's the picture of you talking about the room. So let me just bring that up. Let me just bring that up because we're going to talk about this. Yes, we are. I really want to hear what you had to say again because what you were saying didn't make any sense. You act like Mel supposed to give you a top of the line room when she don't even know you from a jack of a beanstalk, girl. You ain't nothing to her. You ain't nothing to Mel. Let me just make sure I got this up here. Okay. So this is the scene I'm going to show you all. This is, what's her name? Latricia? Latrice? I don't know. I'm just going to say the girl that looks like her daddy with a hair piece on top of her forehead. The one that looks like her daddy, okay? With a hair piece on her forehead. That's who she is to me. The Martell'S of the side chick, okay? So I'm going to put this up while I play it. So I'm going to play this, guys, so you all can see what she had to say. She's going to come up to and Kimmy and Tisha. Okay, they're out there acting a complete fool over that room assignment, and Tisha knows she's never been in a room that big, and Kimmy too, because they live in these little bitty tiny houses. But Tisha really live in a hoarder's house, nasty house, and she got a nasty bed, dirty bed. You all seen it. You seen that bed. Everybody seen that nasty bed that need to be thrown out to the trash. Okay, but let me go ahead and play this scene. So I'm going to let you all just hear it. Okay, so let's pray for the best.
It's disrespectful. My expectation is not now how because who's Shanita? Who's Shanita?
Her friend, like her single friend. Yeah, I don't really understand.
Nobody wants to stay in the room on the girls' trip. Like, let's just be real about that. So, I mean, for her to do that to me, it's just like, I got you.
Who's all in y'all room?
I didn't see a name on the other bed.
So that must be Destiny.
That's crazy.
At the end of the day, it's disrespectful. Period.
Yeah,
Because y'all definitely should.
Okay, did you all hear that? Did you all hear that? That's what Tish, the girl that looks like her daddy with the hairpiece up on the front of her forehead. Yeah, she was talking about who's the other room. She came there asking them while they was on the balcony about the rooms, and Kimmy and Tisha act like they so disgusted. Oh, girl, y'all have never been in your life to St. Thomas, let alone a villa anywhere. In rooms that size, you all have never been in a room that size. So, Tish, you can just be quiet and take yourself back to that little tiny 2-bedroom house that you've been living in that looks like a hoarder's house that you can't even move around in. The room is so small. You don't want me to bring that picture up of that bedroom that you live in with that nasty, dirty headboard, do you? And Kimmy, your house ain't no better because you all live like you barely making it. So you all need to just settle down and just be grateful because you all acting like you all are entitled. How you are entitled to anything? You, the girl that looked like her daddy with the hair on her forehead. First of all, we don't even know her. We don't even know this one here. So you need to just be quiet and sit. You shouldn't even been on the trip in the first place. Nobody knew you. Nobody wanted you. We could have done without you. We would have never missed you at all. So you need to be quiet, but you had too much to say. Not just on this balcony, talking about your room that you sharing the room with somebody. Girl, you should be glad that you on this trip. Then you had too much to say when you was at the table. This is the picture of that the one that looks like her daddy with the hairpiece on top of her forehead. Yeah, she looks just like her daddy. She had too much to say. You don't come off and say anything to Mel. First of all, you shouldn't even open your mouth to Mel after you were sleeping with her husband more than one time, like he said. You've been telling everybody, y'all met at the gym until he busted you. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I forgot we went to the house. I'm not sure we went to the house. Oh, yeah, we went to the house. Girl, make up your mind. Why would you go to the man's house in the middle of the day? Yeah, we know. But anyway, because you dropping it like it's hot, huh? But anyway, you shouldn't have been talking. Don't ever fix your mouth to open your mouth to say anything to Mel. That's where you made your first mistake. That's where you made your first mistake with me. When you fixed your mouth to open it. No, that was your second mistake. The first mistake is that you showed up on the trip anyway. The second mistake is when you are complaining about your room assignment, when we don't know you. And then the third one is when you sitting there, open your mouth to say anything to Mel. Your mouth should have been closed at all times, the whole time you was on that trip, because nobody asked you any questions. Nobody know who you are, and we don't know you. You should have been at home anyway, trying to fix that relationship, 3-party relationship that you're in. You got a triangle of a relationship. Your husband, your boyfriend, and then Martell. You got a triangle, girl. You got a pyramid. You need to go fix that pyramid of a relationship that you got. Instead of being there trying to ride for Destiny, and Destiny don't even know you, because Destiny is doing the same thing that you're doing, hopping on Martell. Both of y'all are hopping on him. So you're defending his side chick because that you think that's going to get him to call you back to his house again. You got to remember, he ain't even got a house. He's homeless. So you may be calling them to your house when Ken is out of town or something like that, like you used to do your husband. Yeah. But anyway, let me let you hear a little more of this. Let me put up a bigger.
Should have had y'all on room. They should have put me in there with the friends. They wouldn't have liked my ass, but they could have put me in there.
Your room must be my room because ain't no name on that one either.
So Miss Nell, Nell.
Now this is Miss Nell acting a fool. Miss Nell going off acting a fool with her old self and drunk self.
Our room is right down there in the middle. I gave you your own space in the middle.
With no name.
Yeah, that was a you know, when they do that on purpose, you know that.
For me, how I handle things respectful, period.
Nobody
really wants to stay in the
Nobody really want to hear. I'll do Nell another day by herself. I don't even want to hear from Nell. Now, nobody really want to hear from you. But I just had to speak on Tisha, the girl that looks like her daddy with the hairpiece sitting on her forehead. Yeah, her. With the pyramid relationship. Yeah, her. We don't know you, girl. We don't know you like that. We don't know who you are. Only thing we know that you got a pyramid relationship, and then you're Martell's second side chick. But you should have stayed at home. That's the only thing that we know about you. And every time you come for Mel, I'm going to come for you. Because we don't like you. You're not like us. You're not like us, girl. You are hood rat snake. Hood rat snakes stay where they at. Okay? You had the finest place at that villa, the finest rooms, the finest food. You're not used to that. So go on back to where you came from. Because we don't know you. Mel don't know you. I don't know you. Nobody know you. So go. Buy a little rat snake. Go buy. We don't care where you go, but get the F out of here.
Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to work, because my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, because I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Oh, hold my beer.
Okay. I hope my microphone was muted. I just looked at it, and it was muted. I hope it wasn't, because that tend to happen. I don't know what be happening. I think it's something to do with StreamYard, or maybe somebody is muting me like this because it's been happening too much. So if so, don't be sending. If y'all see for some reason if it got muted and you couldn't hear me, I do not want to hear it in the comments. You was muted. We couldn't hear you. I did not know I was muted. So if it was muted, don't give. Now I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. So y'all just keep that to yourself, okay? Keep that comment to yourself and go play, okay? If anything, you want to say something, you can talk about this woman with the hair on top of her head, okay? You can give me some comments about the woman on top of her head right there. Yeah, that looked like a daddy. Yeah, you can talk about her. Yeah, okay. I'm going to have to get on out of here. I'm going to have to leave y'all. And that's it. Because I can't do no more than what I do. This is what I do. Okay. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.